reasons which caused Spanish, British, and French forces to fight wars in North America prior to the American Revolution. Disputes about controlling territory in the colonies, religious and cultural differences among colonists of different nationalities, international tensions caused by competing alliances among the three nations. Which strategies did the Union attempt as it sought to defeat the South during the American Civil War? Blockading all major southern ports to disrupt commerce, especially in cotton, the proceeds of which could be used to fund the purchase of military supplies. Capturing and controlling the Mississippi River in an effort to cut the South in half and damage Southern efforts to keep troops resupplied. Campaigning to capture the Confederate capital of Richmond and destroying the secessionist government of the South. An argument made by the Anti-Federalists against the ratification of the Constitution. The Constitution failed to protect individual rights. Laws on espionage and sedition were expanded to target anti-American language and behavior. An effect of the First World War on civil liberties in the United States before 1920. The main goal of the Civilian Conservation Corps was to provide public work relief for young men during the Great Depression. What distinguishes the colonization of New France in the 18th century from that of New England? French colonists were more likely to pursue trade in furs with Native Americans and to intermarry with them. What best describes the environmental consequences of the Columbian Exchange? Native American populations were decimated by diseases spread through contact with Europeans. Immigrants who settled in large cities in the United States between 1890 and 1914 primarily came from Southern and Eastern Europe. This directly allowed early factories in the United States to appear outside the mill towns of New England. Steam power. Former slaves who could not afford to buy land during Reconstruction often turned to sharecropping. What was an immediate cause of the sale of the Louisiana Territory to the United States in 1803? The French could no longer afford the territory after the loss of its sugar colonies in the Caribbean. The Articles of Confederation expanded territory through the Northwest Ordinance of 1787, established a unicameral legislature. The United States Constitution established a bicameral legislature and gave Congress the power to regulate interstate trade. This was the concept that it was the mission and fate of the U.S. to expand westward and settle the continent. Manifest destiny. The 1854 Act that permitted the question of slavery to be decided by popular sovereignty in the Kansas Territory. The Kansas-Nebraska Act.